Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Christmas is right around the corner, so in today's video I thought I would share some last minute Christmas gift ideas with you guys. The great thing about these gifts is that they're really simple and easy to make, they're affordable, and anyone who receives these gifts will love them. By the way, I have a couple other Christmas related videos on my channel, so I'll be sure to link them in the description box down below for you guys to check out. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. First up, I'm going to show you how to make a gingerbread scrub. So for this, you will need a jar to put your scrub in. I got this one from the dollar store. And then for the scrub itself, you will need some granulated sugar, some oil. I personally like using coconut oil, but feel free to use another oil of your choice, such as olive oil or sunflower oil. And lastly, you will need some ground ginger and ground cinnamon, and these two spices will give your scrub the gingerbread scent. All that's left to do is make the scrub. So the first thing you have to do is pour your sugar into the jar. I ended up using between 1.5 to 2 cups of sugar to completely fill up my jar, but just know that the measurements may be a bit different for you depending on how big your jar is. I then added in a spoonful of ground ginger along with a spoonful of ground cinnamon to my sugar, and I gave that a good mix until fully combined. To the sugar mixture, I added in some coconut oil, and if you saw my previous video about how to make a DIY sugar scrub, I recommended melting the coconut oil so that it's easier to stir in, but I didn't do that, so it took me a bit longer to stir this in. And once my mixture was fully mixed, it looks something like this. Now you can easily just top this off with a lid and give it to someone, but if you wanted to spice this up a bit, you can add a ribbon and a label onto your jar, and this is pretty much what the final product turns out to be. I think that this makes a really great gift, especially for someone who loves skincare. Moving on, I'm going to show you how to make a hot cocoa gift set. So for this, all you're going to need is 2 jars. I filled the first jar with some hot cocoa mix. If you really wanted to, you can make your own hot cocoa mix, or you can do what I did and fill it with a pre-made store-bought hot cocoa mix. And then for the next jar, I filled it with some mini marshmallows because you cannot have hot cocoa without marshmallows. Once both of the jars were filled, I decided that I would decorate the tops with some ribbon to make them more festive, and then I set those aside. For the actual basket part, I just got this basket from the dollar store, and it's a pretty small basket. I ended up filling the basket with some tissue paper, and I would really recommend doing this because it gives height to all the items that you are going to add into the basket. And then I filled it with a nice Christmas mug along with the jar of marshmallows and the jar of hot cocoa mix. To further fill up the basket, I also added in some chocolates. And you can add in the person's favorite chocolate, their favorite candy, or any other treat that you think they would enjoy. And to wrap up the whole gift, I decided to add some red ribbon on the outside of the basket and tie it into a bow just so that it looked more festive and Christmassy. And this is how you can make a very simple hot cocoa gift set that anyone would love. Last but not least, I'm going to show you how to make some customized ornaments, and all you need to make this gift are some clear ornaments. I purchased these from the dollar store, but you can definitely get these online as well. Some scrapbook paper, which is going to be the background for the ornament, and then any other little things to fill your ornament with, such as mini presents, star sequins, cotton pads for snow, or pine cones. This is what I used, but feel free to use anything else that you would like. And for this first ornament, I traced 1/2 of the ornament onto some scrapbook paper. And then I cut it out and set that piece aside. Then on some green scrapbook paper, I drew 2 mini Christmas trees, and I cut those Christmas trees out so that they look like this. They're the same size and everything. I glued one of the Christmas trees onto the background, and then with the other Christmas tree I folded that in half so that when I glue it onto the other Christmas tree it creates a 3D effect like this. And then I did the same thing with the star on top. Then I took a cotton pad and I ripped little pieces of it and rolled them up so that it could look like snow. You know, we're really thinking out of the box here. This is what the background looked like, and then I filled one half of the ornament with some mini presents. I glued on the background with some hot glue. I put the two halves of the ornament together to make the full ornament. And then the last thing that I did was take some ribbon and add that to the top and then tie it so that the person is able to hang the ornament. And this is how the final ornament turned out. I think it's so cute. It's not professional or perfect, but I honestly love how it turned out. I also decided to make a few more ornaments, and keep in mind when you make these you can customize them for whoever you give them to, and if you wanted to make them even more personal you can add in a picture into them as well. I love how these turned out. They're so cute, and if you're wondering how to gift these, all you need to do is take a gift box. This one is from the dollar store. I filled it with some tissue paper and then I added in the ornaments. I love all the gifts that I made in this video, but these have to be my favorite because they're so cute and I'm sure anyone would love these. Alright guys, you have made it to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to give you some cute, creative Christmas gift ideas. Please be sure to check out my other Christmas videos in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!